Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Duftonbond. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, lots of things have changed. I'm in a new clan, an ACL. I've been trophy pushing a lot, but now I've kind of just not really cared. But I was at 29-20 trophies at one point, now I've dropped a lot. But I'm trying to have more fun with the game, and trophies aren't all the only thing that matter. So I decided for this video I just tried a new deck. It's this Elixir Collector and Prince Mirror deck. Luckily I've finally maxed out all my commons to level 8, which has taken a ton of just requesting donations and stuff, but luckily commons are pretty easy to max out once you get to that 200. It's more just my epics, which I have or my rares, which I only have one that's level 6 and the rest are level 5s. But I really like this deck. It's using the Elixir Collector, and I've always wanted to use it because it frustrates me so much when I see people play it, just because if you can't really stop the Elixir Collectors from going, then they just get a huge Elixir advantage and then they can just push down your base. And then since it's so low cost at only 3.2 average elixir, you can really just cycle through, keep getting those elixir collectors, and then make a huge push with their prints if they overcommit too hard. The only deck I've really lost to is Golem decks, and I think that's just because of me and how new I am to the deck. Because if they play Golem, you should really just be able to push down the other side with your prints. But I think I make too many bad plays with the prince, but I haven't really played this deck ever, and I thought I'd just hop into a game and just see how it goes, because I don't really have any replays of it that haven't just been complete destruction. So here we go. So against Woody from Reddit Alpha, and since we didn't get Elixir Collector off the start, which is what we really would have liked, we're just gonna play these archers, which will get killed by his Tesla pretty quickly. Interesting. Okay, so he's playing a very rocket, probably defensive deck. So I'm gonna play these two Elixir Collectors on, and he decides to rocket the other side. So I assume that he's probably pretty low on elixir from that, and I'm gonna start with that prince push, and it definitely works wonders for me. That does a lot, that did a lot of damage to his tower, and he decided to rocket 2 different towers, which now he has to really choose which one that he would rather do the damage to. And so I was fine giving up that elixir just because play really just didn't make any sense. I don't know if this guy's trolling or what he's doing, just because he's definitely not going to be able to win, I don't think. I think I'll just be able to push down his base. And so we do get that first tower there, and I think it's probably just about time that we just cycle through, play the Elixir Collector more in the middle, and then just wait for the prince and just make a double prince push, because this strategy makes little sense. I don't know, it's maybe he's having some luck with it, but I think when against decks that are really aggressive, these slow decks just don't work. And so it is the best way to deal with these types of defensive rocket decks, is just by playing aggressive things like prince decks and all sorts of different things. So I'm going to use this other prince on the other side, and the more elixir that you can force him to not use on my tower, the better. So we're going to play another Elixir Collector here, and if by some miracle he can get our tower, oh, he does actually, we'll be able to get his other tower, and then that should be the game. So that was quite an interesting game for my first live attempt at this deck. But who knows? Who knows what he was trying to do? Alright, so that first battle was super crazy. I thought we'd hop into another battle and see how it goes. This deck is fun. I don't think it's as great of a counter as my other deck, just because it really gets countered a lot by golems. Like, I feel like it's just super strong. And I wish I played that cannon a bit more to the left, just because it would have been able to survive a bit better. But we want to get these elixir collectors down. And the fact that he plays a Tesla is good because it allows me to kind of start to build up this elixir advantage. So I'm going to wait until I have 10 elixir again, and that cannon should be able to destroy those spears, and then I can play that, and oh boy, now's the time to defend, because he made a huge push knowing that I was probably going to do something like that, so that was good on his part. So let's hope that with this elixir advantage in the future we'll be able to get enough to, like, that it'll help us. Sorry, I can't think, but it'll help us to win the game after, like, losing that, like, initial damage on the tower. It'll be interesting to see, and I'm still not, like, fully sure, like, what the best uses of, like, different things are in this deck. Because you really want to, like, overpower people with, like, your elixir advantage, which I, like, get. But then I don't like really know how, like, when's the best time to use Prince, or, like, what to use, like, now. So I'm going to use this Prince on the one side and follow it up with some archers. And he's going to play a Prince of his own. So that's fine. I'll play 2 elixir collectors and just get those down. And then try for a Prince on the other side. And hopefully that, like, won't get too distracted by that Tesla, because if not, then that could get a lot of damage onto his tower, which would be awesome. And he had to freeze, and, like, he's using all his mana, like, elixir so defensively that it is really working out in my favor. He's just trying to defend now and, like, get the elixir in order to fireball down my tower, which is probably going to work out for him, and that'll be the end of the game. So he had a lot of, like, the defensive things that he needed in order to win the game, and there's pretty much nothing I could do. Or I think so, at least. But this is a test run, obviously, and so 41 trophies is a lot. Okay, let's hop into one final battle, see how this deck goes. I want to bring you guys another win, because that first one was, like, still a little weird, but I think it was more just, like, that I was playing to the advantage of this deck, and in the, like, other one, it, like, was seeing, like, where the weakness is coming from. Oh my god. And so I got down the cannon in enough time. Phew, if that was close. Thank God I didn't play that elixir collector there, though, or I would have been really down on elixir in order to defend against that push. Holy, this guy is playing very aggressively. And so, let's just try and get some defense. This golem is definitely going to do some damage to our tower, but that's fine. We just got to get ready with the Prince on the other side. I think it should be able to get a decent amount. No, that he had quite a good counter. That knight is very tanky, and so it was able to counter that very well. Ooh, that was a really bad goblin. But I think that pretty much defends against his push, and I hope I can play another Elixir Collector without him doing something too crazy. And that all seems fine. I don't think I'll have the opportunity to mirror it though, just because he definitely seems like he's saving up Elixir, but okay, so he plays that, and now I want to really push on the other side. And so he like does a lot in order to try and defend against this push, which is good. But now as that golem's coming in, ooh, he has lots of, oh no, that was awful. That was really, really bad. Because I knew that the golem would be able to like explode and then kill off all of those troops, that like all the golems that I just played. And he gets that knight down right in enough time. So now I'm going to try and set up the Elixir Collectors again, and I actually don't have anything, I don't have my zap back up again. But I get to play the cannon, and that distracts the hog rider. And now let's go for a bit of a push on the other side with this knight. So yeah, okay, I got some good damage on that push, but with time running out, I'm not sure if it will be enough. And he's really trying to hard push on that one side. So we get this down, and we want to zap anything that comes our way in order to stop this, and we get the win. Oh, and right as I get that low battery message, that could have really screwed up my game. So there was some ups and downs to the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. It's been a long time coming, and I wanted to try a new deck. I don't think it's helping me, and I'll probably switch back to my other deck just to climb back up the ladder a little bit. But it's a fun deck. It's definitely something that you should want to try out, and it's kind of something different than my usual decks because I'm all about the control, and so having a kind of aggro deck is really fun. And I also like the Elixir Collectors. I've always wanted to try them out. So maybe I'll give this deck some more chances, but I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.